Look, Mom, there's a UFO in the sky. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 2025 might be the year we officially see aliens or come in contact with aliens or potentially see a UFO with that shitty quality camera. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't know, there have been many alien conversations. If you guys don't know, it is called the Three-Eye Atlas. That's apparently hurtling towards the inner solar system at extreme speeds, and apparently, potentially, there could be an alien, there could be some alien life in there, or sent by, intelligent extraterrestrial civilizations. Is yet to be unclosed or figure out. So yeah, apparently this is alien technology, but today we are going to be seeing the most weird alien stories, alien sightings, UFO sightings, things like that on Reddit. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out, because this year, ladies and gentlemen, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing aliens. Alright, the first post: proof or distraction? Breaking. Congressman Frost is claiming that the White House is preparing to release concrete evidence of extraterrestrial life, and this was 19 days ago. So by the time you guys are watching this video, it's probably 20 days ago. Well, honestly, in my opinion, I really think this could potentially be a distraction from the Epstein files, or the Epstein list, things like that, because we all know that the government is trying to hide the Epstein file, Epstein list. Yeah, Epstein file and Epstein list, mainly because, God knows, I don't want to get involved with that entire thing. I'm saying like I don't want to get involved like I'm a big deal, but I mean, the good question is, if aliens are on the Epstein list, then I probably want to see it. Alright. Xinjiang, China, on June 10th, 2025. 10 minutes ago. Oh, I gotta see this. Alright, let's restart the video. This just seems like a video which, I mean, that's a very odd shape for a cloud. That is a very odd shape for a cloud. I'm curious to know what this really could be. Let's have ChatGPT. What could this be? Alright. It's a smoke ring. It's basically a vortex ring, a spinning torus of air and smoke that travels through the atmosphere if the air is still in the smoke. So UFO or smoke ring, not a UFO or alien tech, purely atmospheric, not extraterrestrial. That's all I need to know. Anyways, moving on. The darkest alien theory and why they're desperately hiding it. Ooh, this one's gonna rub my pickle. Anyways, lately I've been looking into various testimonies from people and whistleblowers about aliens and UFOs, and I managed to piece together a very dark and complex narrative I would like to present to you. And if possible, hear your opinions. All claims are inspired by real testimonies, whistleblower accounts, and available sources and conscious manipulation. So many abduction witnesses describe going with the aliens voluntarily, only to realize they are mentally manipulated or hypnotized. This phenomena does not seem to be the result of physical violence, but rather psychological pressure, where abductees were controlled through their consciousness. Okay. Classic cases like Betty and Barney Hills describe going towards the craft because they felt an irresistible inner pressure or call that was not of their own will. Similar stories are recorded in the works of Dr. John Mack, a psychiatrist and abduction researcher, who describes in his interviews and books that many abductees were able to leave their bodies or follow the entities without resistance, as if they were under the influence of implanted thoughts. So it's kind of like they were, like something called them, but they had to like it was just like their brain switched off and they were walking towards it, and then they were, I guess, abducted, which is kind of crazy. I mean, if I was in a situation like this, right, like if I was in consciousness, my first thing would be just to run away as soon as possible, as quickly as I could, because I don't want to get into and I don't want to be anywhere near like aliens, or I don't want to get no alien virus, unless they look like Anissa from Invincible or Supergirl. Then I would run towards that shit. Anyways. So yeah, makes sense. They're 100% unconscious and they're just walking towards it. The grades are biological tools without consciousness. One of the most interesting and at the same time most disturbing theories regarding gray type aliens is that these entities are not alive in the classic sense, but are rather biological shells or biorobots that serve as tools controlled from a high level of intelligence. That's actually, I don't know, because I'm not quite understanding what that means to begin with. I'm sure what I've taken from this is that they have a hive mind and there's something controlling them as well. UFOs have consciousness. Declassified documents from the Stargate project and the experience of remote viewers also suggest UFOs are more than just machines. Remote viewing describes that these objects as conscious entities capable of mental contact, suggesting that alien technology may be linked to some form of consciousness or intelligence. The fact that a UFO could shapeshift into some other, it's kind of like a Martian Manhunt situation out there, but just for a freaking UFO. The abduction of consciousness and souls. Many witnesses of alien abduction describe not just the physical capture of the body, but also disconnection of the consciousness or soul. For example, in books like The Threat by David M. Jacobs, who collected abduction testimonies for years, there are frequent mentions of people feeling that their self was separated from their bodies by someone or something. That makes sense. That actually does make sense because, again, like I said before, your consciousness would be shut off and you wouldn't be in control of your body. The alien ship would technically be, or the aliens would be in control of your body, kind of urging you or making you walk towards them, and then they abduct you, which kind of makes sense if you really think about it. Quantum consciousness. Oh, big word, quantum. There are human theories that human consciousness is not located in the brain, but that our brain receives it externally. We could call this God. A collective of quantum consciousness, etc. You know what's funny? Because this quantum consciousness theory, right, could also be used with, there's like a correlation with the Mandela effect. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Mandela effect is, let me tell you. Like a large group of people, recalling a detail or an event differently from what's recorded in reality. For example, the most common one is, the one I grew up with watching cartoons, is the Berenstein Bears, not Berenstain. That's the most common one. And of course, it's named after Nelson Mandela, and most people think he died in prison, which is a false memory, versus he actually died in 2013. So the big picture is a universal quantum mind. What I mean by that is consciousness is not generated by the brain. The brain is more like a receiver or like a transducer tuning into a universal signal. A signal could be God, it could be a quantum field, it could be a collective consciousness, and souls, a fragment or people of this universe mind, are just trying to be inserted into living beings separate from their soul. So, which has got parallels to the Hindu Vedanta, which is Atman. Atman means individual soul, and a Brahman, and Atman is like a Brahman, which is a universal consciousness, but veiled by Maya, which is an illusion. This is what ChatGPT told me, by the way, like as you guys can see right there. And the simulation theory is your player is somewhere outside this reality using your body as an avatar, which is kind of like the thing Elon Musk said, right? That we all are being controlled by a higher intelligent species, and like it's like a game for them. And like, say for example, I'm a player in this game, you're a player in this game, and someone's controlling you and making your life decisions for you. Well, it may seem like you're making your own decisions for yourself. Whoa, this is big. Woo! Why do they make me laugh like that? Anyways, so if reality is co-created like a mental field, then perception and memory aren't like 100% locked into one version of events. And what I'm trying to say is like there's one giant mind behind everything. Because think of it like the universe has its own brain, call it God, call it source, call it, quantum consciousness, whatever the case is. Each person, each animal, etc. is a little piece of that big mind. And when we are put here, we forget where we came from so we can like fully live the experience. And it's kind of like a reality is like in a shared movie, and we all inside like a projection. Most of the time it's like stable, but sometimes it glitches or changes. And like the Mandela effect, where people remember different versions of the same thing, which is what I was trying to get at, which is kind of creepy and kind of weird as a whole thing. Has anyone ever seen this UFO video? If it's not CGI/fake, then it's crazy footage. Why is the quality so bad? Let's try to make the quality as good as we can. 1080p. The fact that the camera, like the person recording the video, didn't like really react to the UFO makes it a bit, not genuine looking, in my opinion. It could be potentially fake, and there should be a quick like if I was recording a video, right, like my phone would be like this, and if a UFO went up, my camera pan like that, not just keep on fucking recording the tree. So I think it's a fake video, in my opinion. Like, I believe aliens are out there 100%, because that'd be kind of like narcissistic not to say like we're the only living people in the entire universe. I do 100% do believe aliens are out there, and I feel like Stephen Hawking said as well, we shouldn't be sending out signals out into the universe, because if someone hears it or if something hears it, they will come, and they could potentially be a lot stronger, more intelligent than us. I mean, they're 100% a lot more intelligent if they come all the way from like a different fucking galaxy or something like that. And the fact that we haven't heard anything back is probably because we want to maintain, the other aliens probably would want to maintain their own survival, which makes sense, and not get like any other stronger alien race coming over and taking over. So yeah, we humans are stupid sometimes. I don't know why we sent it a little distance, like a little sound beam or something into the universe, because I don't know what we've called, but we've called something, and maybe next month we'll find out what we have called. But if you guys want to find out what my next video is going to be, you can leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. Make sure to drop your own stories in Reddit. Please do subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.